Coming up, we continue our series on the and, because I know how much you guys love that.
Okay.
Hit the music. Podcast time. I'm Al.
And I'm Kayla.
And welcome to the Why You. Yeah, I had to beat you. Podcast. Every time. How y'all doing?
Y'all as in them or as in us?
I mean, anybody who is
listening.
listening. I mean, you can answer next to me.
I'm doing good because I got a massage today.
It's good. You can
and
answer.
I needed it.
You
bad.
did. You did need it bad.
Yes.
Yes, you did. That was also for y'all listening or watching, whatever.
Yeah. How y'all doing? Yeah.
Whatever stirs your tea or whatever.
A
I don't
straw?
know.
A spoon? Yeah.
Yeah. So, welcome again to the YU podcast, the number one podcast for people who don't talk noise about not getting sick and then end up getting sick anyway.
Right, because last week you was like, I ain't sick, it's just Michaela and AD. And then next thing you know, the next day, you up there.
So, my hope was that I would get sick around when y'all got sick. No, I got sick long after y'all, because I got sick Thursday.
Yeah.
It was like, no, it was
me
like.
and AD on the tail end of it because we just coughing up stuff.
Yeah. So mine started kicking in Wednesday evening. And then by the time Friday hit,
He was like, sounding like.
Hello. Yeah. So
It's
I got
spicy.
this.
That's what he was sounding like.
I got this laptop and phone. Go home, Alfonso. We got it. It's Friday. You're fine.
Oh, baby.
You want to know what my sickness felt like?
What? Go on, explain it.
My sickness felt like
What?
that fallen angel we call Satan decided to. He decided to open up a new gate to Hades and talk to his tormented souls down in the under below and said, we will now take in lost souls through the nasal cavity of one Alfonso Davis.
And that's how you feel. You sounded a hot mess, super congested. We both did.
That club-footed demon.
It was bad.
It was bad.
But we here to tell the story.
Tripped me up.
That's why I'm saying more now because my voice starting to come back. And I'm excited. Even though I'm still coughing, but my voice coming back. So I can be ready next week for the song association.
Look at you jumping so far ahead. We haven't even got through
I just wanted
one.
I know. I just wanted to prepare myself and the people for next week.
It's only because we didn't do it last month.
Yeah,
where
that's why
you're
I'm super excited about it.
And I'm like, Kayla, I understand. I get it. And a lot of people enjoy what we do with that.
So you trying to down my excitement?
No, not at all. I'm just saying, let's see. The mark of a true champion never looks ahead.
What's that? Don't even go with it, because you about to say a whole lot of BS. Don't even.
But I mean, if you think about it, there are teams in the past that were like, oh, we going straight to the championship and then lose in the first round.
I wasn't even getting cocky and saying I'm going to win. I just say I'm getting my voice ready for next week. That's all I said.
I never said you did, though.
You trying to act like I'm...
No.
Yeah, I'm about to win it.
No, because you know me. The second I start trying to talk all hype and be like, yeah, I'm the greatest, that's when I lose. So, no, I'm trying to help you from tripping yourself up.
No, I'm saying I wasn't toot my own horn. I'm just saying I'm getting my voice ready.
No,
that's all I see.
I just wanted to push your buttons.
You gotta be a hater. I just had a massage today. I'm zen. Don't you be trying to work my nerves.
I'm not. Jeez. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, you
maybe
are.
Just a little bit.
You're trolling.
I mean, you know.
You're trolling.
would I not be who I am if I didn't work your nerves just a little bit?
You ain't supposed to work it on day I get a massage. I'm supposed to be zen.
Yes, fair. That's fair.
Zen.
You right.
Zen.
Okay.
Thank you.
So today we are getting back into our couples edition of the Ann from the Skin Deep. Now, if this
sound like somebody granddaddy right there. The Ann from the Skin Deep.
Shut up, you. So if this is your first time listening to this series, welcome. We got punch and cookies in the back still. They getting a little stale. We're gonna have to switch them out and get the good kind. Get them Oreo thins for those of us trying to drop a few pizzowns. You gotta bear with me because I'm still hacking up some phlegm. So I'm also AD sleep. So
that's why you're trying to sound all like low.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Because
it's got that granddaddy country, and then you gotta whisper with it too.
Also,
that's what you sound like.
You know, I've been working on my I can't think of what it is now. It's a running joke we always do. What's the one with the radio
Midnight
voice?
Storm.
Midnight Storm. Because I'm trying to get a job on the radio somewhere.
On the radio.
If I could get my tongue twisters together.
All you gotta do is just intern with the people and then learn and then boom.
Yeah, but then when you think about it, like if I intern, it's gonna have to be at night. And then I'm trying to intern at the Comedy House or the Comedy Club, because that's what it's called now, Dallas Comedy Club, when they open up. I'm just going to be gone and then have to get up and go to work. I'm not going to be good to nobody.
All right, never mind then. Just throwing ideas at you.
I'm not trying to shoot you down. I was just saying, you know, we got to have family time.
I know.
And that family time is, you know, important.
All
but
right,
anyway.
Let's get to these cards here.
Look at you. You be like, all right, shut up now, because you just talking. Okay, so I'm going to read the rules again because we did not get to play last month, and I kind of forgot how we do this thing. So the rules are simple. There are 4 rules. It actually said that. The rules are simple. I feel like so anyway. Rule number 1, we sit facing each other, but for the purpose of the podcast and those of you that do watch on YouTube, we are going to face the camera with a comfortable distance between us. I feel like this is comfortable. Rule number 2, choose an equal number of random cards from the deck. And for the purpose of not making this show 13 hours long, we pick 5 cards apiece. Then number 3, take 30 seconds to relax and look at one another, which is something we do. We take a deep breath and look each other in the eyes. Kayla laughs every time, which is funny.
I'm too goofy. Cannot.
And then 4, we alternate asking and answering all the questions. Every question must be asked, but you do not have to answer the question. To earn the right to remain silent, you must look the person in the eye for 10 seconds before saying pass. These questions create the space for meaning. See? Because you looked at me. You were looking at me, and I felt the pressure, and I messed it up. So take 2. This is why I don't do voiceovers, by the way. These questions create the space for meaningful conversation, are an opportunity to learn through vulnerability, and most importantly, are a fun way to deepen the connections in your life. I can't stand you.
I held my laugh.
You did not.
I just made it into a bubble in my
you
cheek.
Said, you was about to throw up that laugh was what you was about to do. That's what it sounded like.
I tried.
So.
Ready?
I don't know.
Why?
I mean, honestly, though, I do feel like this is something that we need. Since we didn't get to do this last month. Last week was trying on both of our mental health and dealing with emotions that we usually don't deal with because we try to make everything easygoing. So like I don't know what this is gonna be this week. I honestly don't know. I want it to be eye-opening for both of us and a chance to be vulnerable, which shut up.
You from New York?
Vulnerability. Well, you know.
I mean, I know you lived in.
I lived in so many places that my accent is an amalgamation of everywhere that I lived. Shut your ass up.
Okay.
Oh, Lauren Hill head having.
Oh my God. what? What you mean? Because I got this beanie on. My helmet. Because I got my helmet of salvation
helmet
on.
of salvation on.
Pat my fro.
Headassery is what we call it.
You hater.
All right, so
who's going first? Me or you?
Split the deck.
Like
Jesus Christ.
Wait.
Split. Actually, split it. Like take one half of the top.
That's what I'm about to do.
And then put it down.
How you know it's even?
You don't. You just split it. It don't have to be even. And put that on the top.
Player.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, what I'm doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, Kayla does not know how to split the deck of cards. Shh. That's what you get for talking all that noise.
Like they don't know.
All right. One.
Oh, that's how I'm supposed to split it?
No, 3.
Oh. I was about to say
4,
I could have done it.
5. When I say split the deck, I literally mean take half. And don't even have to be half. You just split it. You take that, and then you put the other half on top.
Oh, that's what you wanted. Okay. Yeah. I could have done that.
Well, you didn't.
I know now.
For shame.
I just needed a visual.
Since you are
a lady.
Yeah.
That's what you're about to say.
You can choose on who reads first.
Cause I'm a lady. Let's see. I'm gonna read to you first, and then you answer the question.
That sounds fair.
All right.
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. You ready?
Yeah. I think I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Oh, wait. We have to look at each other first.
Oh.
And get in the space of vulnerability.
Okay.
Vulnerability.
For like 2 seconds, right?
No, it's like 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Okay, you ready?
I'm trying not to laugh. Why'd I laugh?
Because as soon as I took a deep breath, you started smirking. I can't with you.
I'm trying to get a straight face. Here we go. I didn't know.
I was counting we made it to 10 seconds.
Okay.
So we'll do 10 more seconds because you can't.
Okay.
Your brain starts firing when it gets too quiet. Here we go. That was hard for you, wasn't it? That was so hard.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Kayla was like, 10? 10? 10? Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready. We said that at the same time, by the way. We said, okay, I'm ready.
What's your favorite memory you wish we shared?
Washington, D.C.
When I went to the White House.
Yeah.
Met the president Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama.
That was my fault, though. Mm-hmm. Y'all that listen to the show, whenever something frustrates me, I just stop messing with it. I stop putting myself around it. And choir became one of those things. So I stopped going. And then not too long after that, they were invited to go to the White House. Mm-hmm. And I didn't get to go because I essentially quit without quitting. Mm-hmm. It was a great missed opportunity for me because I put a lot of energy into the choir, and then the fruits of my labor was going into it, and I didn't get to reap it as well as everyone else did. But you got to go. Mm-hmm. And I know there was a point when you called me and you were so excited, and I was like, I don't care. And it was me being immature and me being me taking my frustrations out on you. And that's one thing I regret still to this day. And
the way you reacted, or regret not going? Well, both.
It's both. But just the way I reacted when you called me, because I could hear that excitement. I was just like, damn it, I should have been there. So you wouldn't have to call me to tell me about it. I would have been there to see it. Mm-hmm. So I was mad with myself, and then I took it out on you, which
that was kind of a tough situation, because I was excited about the whole thing, but I could feel everything you was giving off. Mm-hmm. So it's like parts of me didn't want to be. I mean, I was excited still, but parts of me didn't want to overdo it because I knew you were sad that you weren't able to go. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of tough trying to navigate that, trying to care for your feelings, but be excited about the thing, at the same time.
I had to learn to be. That was a time where I was still learning how to be emotionally stable and emotionally intelligent, because you know I would let my jealousy or envy get in the way of some good stuff.
Because I remember when I called you, because before that I was literally crying, because before that I had called my mom and told her, because like when we were singing, they told us, that the president and first lady were not in town; they were out of town. So we were essentially singing for Christmas at the White House for other people who were visiting the White House to see the decorations, to hear different choirs sing in the foyer and stuff like that. And so we had no idea they were going to be there. So when they took us to this room, and they were just like, basically wait here. Next thing you know, we hear President Obama's voice, and my my whole face and demeanor was like, oh my God. And I had to get myself together so I can not look, like a super crazy fan getting ready to meet him, and got my composure together and all that stuff. And, they were able to talk to us and shake our hand and tell us, how much they loved, our singing and all that stuff. And then we took that group picture. And so, after that, and when we left the room and they took us to this other room where we can get our phones back, I called my mama, and told him everything that happened. Like I was out of breath and all that stuff. I was like, oh my God, we just, I'm never washing my hand again. All that stuff. It was getting all that energy out and was crying and all that stuff. And then I had called you and stuff like that. And it was a different type of reaction than what I just got from my parents. So, and then I don't know, I probably quickly got off the phone because we had to get ready to go to another room too. But I do remember feeling that energy, and it just kind of felt weird. Cause I'm like, okay, this is my boyfriend. He's supposed to be excited for, what we're doing. And I'm excited. But then maybe it's because he's not here. And it was just like a lot, So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do apologize for that. Even though this was forever ago, I could have handled it better. And I try my best to handle these situations as best as I can.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
2011. Yeah. Christmas 2011. But we can still, tell this story to AD. The fact that his mom met President Obama and First Lady Michelle.
Yep. And just the story of knowing Strickland moving Brandon out the way. Let me get in here.
So he can stand
Let me get in there, son. He always said we was his choir. Head ass. Anyway, President Strickland was the president of Wiley College at the time that we are discussing this. Why are you pulling another card? It's my turn.
I'm just moving my stuff over.
I was about to say.
But thank you for being transparent and talking about your feelings and how you feel.
You allowed me to be vulnerable. You still do. I mean, sometimes I don't do as well with it. So I appreciate everything that you do for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Low-key was like, why he being a hater though? Oh, he being a hater? He being a hater?
My bad.
It's all good. I love you though.
I love you too.
All right. It's time for me to answer one. It's about to get real, ain't it?
Let's start in the middle. What's your favorite ritual of ours?
Movies. Because, oh Jesus, sorry. Well, pre-pandemic, we always made sure that at least every week or whenever there was a new release of something that we really wanted to see, make sure get us a ticket together at Alamo Drafthouse or wherever at the moment we want to go. But it was always mostly Alamo Drafthouse because we like reclining in those seats and getting some good food while we're watching the movie. So pre-pandemic, I always looked forward to that. Now, then when the pandemic happened, then we had all these streaming services and stuff, and then it just went right to HBO Max. So we just started watching movies, new releases on that. But even if it's not a new release, I enjoy just watching movies with you. Just, the way we break it apart. Excuse me. Break it apart. Just laugh, talk about it, all that stuff. Because, sometimes it's hard to get a long time with the little one.
Yeah.
And with us working. And, not even just that, just family time, So I enjoy that. That's like a ritual that we do because it's us.
My absolute favorite time of us going to the movies was when we got our first apartment,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a mall, but it wasn't a mall anymore. So all they had was a movie theater.
Yeah.
And the movies was literally like $5.
Yeah.
So we went and saw everything we could. If we'd be like, "What's playing at the movie?" And we would look and see if it was any good. And then we'd go check it out. It was $5. We had a blast. And I remember when they tore it down, we was heartbroken.
I'm like, no.
Because nowhere were you going to be able to find movie tickets for that price. Even if it was, Friday night type.
Right.
You weren't going to spend more than $5 at that movie.
Right.
So I'm sad about it, but it was one of the things that we established with each other, that we were going to enjoy movies. And even now, like, I think the funny thing now for me is when we try to watch movies after 7:00, we only going to get halfway through because Kayla going to fall asleep every time. It's like clockwork. Well,
okay. I would get halfway through and next thing you know, did I fall asleep? Was I snoring?
Babe, I don't think I'm going to. How much time we got left in the movie?
Like, we're going to have to
40
finish
minutes?
this tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to have to finish this later because I'm not going to make it. You didn't make it through the Tomorrow War? Yes, you did.
I did.
We watched that one during the day, though.
Yeah.
So
it
that
was
one
Black Widow. I didn't make it through, and I had to watch it the next day at work.
Yeah. Which, for $30, I mean, it was like a $15 movie. It wasn't no $30 movie.
But when you think about it, how much tickets would have been if we went to the movies?
$22.
And then would have got popcorn and a drink.
So we ended
All
up,
that would have been like
everything
40,
came out in our favor.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Black Widow is okay. It's a movie. Yeah. Like, you put it on and there's an interesting protagonist and antagonist, and then, they blow stuff up and they fight, and then love conquers all. I don't know.
Spoiler alert. Now, when they do...
There was no...
I just want to say it.
I mean, technically it was because that's a movie.
But I feel like that $30 thing only really worked if you're a family. Like, if somebody trying to, single or just them, they should just go to the movies and watch it.
Because it'd be cheaper.
Yeah.
And if you could catch a matinee, there's some of these places they do what they call Taco Tuesday, and it ends up being like $5.50. The Lux.
Oh, they do that too. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, do that.
We used to go. Yeah, man, we used to love going to the Lux on a Tuesday afternoon.
Used to love going to the Lux or going over there to the mall in Hearst and watching their movies on Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday?
I think it was Monday.
And it was cheaper then too.
But then I had to go get a job, so blame Southern Cross for the fact that we can't get these matinee prices. We got to pay $30 for damn Black Widow to be pretty average. Anyway.
It was decent though. It's not a Avengers Infinity War.
No.
But it was a movie. It was cool.
Yeah, it was like the Incredible Hulk, the one that people tolerate. It's like that.
Oh. Oh, you did.
All right, let's go. Let's keep going.
All right. I'm gonna go to the middle too, like you did.
The middle of foe.
How do I touch you?
Oh.
What they mean? Touching what kind of word?
Well, it's I get it's my interpretation of it. Cool. So,
he touched me.
Whenever I'm down, which lately it seems like every other week, you find a way to look past my hurt, and you speak to the part of me that you see, and you convince him to always stick around instead of being closed off and not being sociable. Last week was a hard week just in general, and my emotions got all over the place. Whenever I can't control my anger, all of my emotions go out of whack. And you would just talk to me, and you would say, you would have me look at the bright side when all I could see is darkness. And it shows me how patient you are with me when I can't be patient with myself. So you keep me, what's the word? It's a certain way I'm trying to say it, but you keep me in touch with that side of me that doesn't allow me to get out of control.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's always a big fear of mine. One thing that I notice about myself is, and this comes from my upbringing, it comes from my parents, everything has to be a certain way. It has to be. If it's not, then I can't focus and I get out of control.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I feel like I'm not in control, then this whole other side of me comes out, and it's really not a good side.
Mm-hmm.
And, I make irrational decisions whenever I'm like that. So you reach through that,
Mm-hmm.
all that cloudiness, you reach in there and you find me and you hold on and you say it's going to be okay. And then like all the clouds dissipate and then I can think clearly.
I really like that interpretation. Like everything you just said, I just visualized it.
Yeah.
Like visualized out them gray clouds and me like reaching in, pulling you out like, okay, we got this.
Yeah.
We're going to figure this out.
That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my mind is a dark cloud consistently anyway, because I'll do something good and then there'll always be that, well, it's not good enough. It's not, or it's, I'll tell myself that I'm talented and then the clouds start, you're not that talented, because if you were, you wouldn't have to work. You'd be doing what you want to do full time and getting paid for it. So you're not that good. And whenever I get like that, you always reach through it and pull me out of it. Even when I don't want to, even when I want to stay in it because I want to feel sorry for myself, you don't let me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we just talked about, I just told you not too long ago about like holding my face. I've never had a lot of people caress me. Like even as a child, my parents didn't, like they weren't like that. And I'm not saying it, I don't know how to describe it for those of you that are listening, but it's pretty much just like putting your hand on someone's cheek and just kind of holding them like that.
Right.
I didn't really get that. And I know I wanted it as a child and it just didn't happen. And then in my relationships, it didn't really happen. It might have happened like one other time, but it I don't know. I couldn't appreciate it. And now someone on TikTok was like, flip your arms kind of like an X with your palms facing your face and then hold your face and see how you feel. And how I felt, I was like, damn, no one holds me like this. And I realized that I needed it. When you said that,
I was like, wait, I don't be holding you. I was like, I had to like think of it, in myself, because even though like your love language is physical touch, like, we hug, kiss, all that stuff, like, but I didn't realize like I didn't touch your face and all that stuff, like, oh baby, come here.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize it. I do that to your beard though, but I guess that don't count.
No, because the hair is like an extension of my face. It doesn't. Well, I cut it down some. It's cut down, but it's not the same. It's
right.
not.
It's not your cheeks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I get it, because like that feeling feels good, because like when my mom always see me, she always kissing on my cheek and touch my cheek. And the same thing for my dad too. So like I'm used to that, so I know how it feels. Like you feel loved and all that stuff. So that's why I was like, oh, I need to touch your cheeks more.
Yeah, I don't think as like men we're allowed to express that. So when I felt it, and I said it, it felt weird to say it, because for me to sit back and be like, why do I care if someone touches my face? But when you did it, I realized how important it was to me.
Right, and it's the same thing when like you always be kissing my forehead. And then I had kissed your forehead one time. He was like, oh, that's why you always want me to kiss your forehead.
Yeah.
Because it's sweet.
So, you notice I would always caress your face too. And I'm just like, because I feel like it's enduring for me to do it. So then I'd be like, well, I wanted to. I need to be caressed. I'm
touch your face, babe.
I'm a gentle person.
Gentle giant. So yes.
Caress me as such.
You're so silly.
All right. I'm going to go on the outsides. Okay. Let's go left. Oh, hopefully it doesn't actually go left.
Uh-oh, is this funny?
When was the last time you felt held?
The last time I felt held, yesterday.
Yeah.
when I got on the couch when I was so tired.
Yeah.
And I was like, basically like, hold me.
You just grabbed onto my arm and I was like, okay, I got you.
Yep. I had moved the stuff out the way so that I could move over, and I just wanted your arm around me because I was so tired.
Yeah.
That's how you know I'm tired, when I just like collapse in your arms.
And then this morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, talking about before you left for work?
When after I brushed my teeth.
Oh yeah. Because I had got up early to use the bathroom. He was getting ready to go to work, and then I just wanted you to give me a hug.
Yep.
So I was waiting for you to finish brushing your teeth like a kid.
He was like,
I'll just wait here and wait on my hug.
Are you done?
I was like, I'm gonna go back lay down, but I just want a hug.
Yeah.
And I went to sleep for 30 minutes, and then me and AD got up for the day.
I know. I guess with my life, I try to give everyone that encounters me whatever whatever I didn't get from someone. So like me hugging you and holding you and kissing you was what I didn't get from my parents. It's what I didn't get in my relationships. So I try to give you that with my job.
It was hard in the beginning though.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning I was like, get on me.
Yeah. But it was like I wanted you to feel comfortable with me, and I never I may joke sometimes, and I might grab onto you, but if you're not feeling it, I never try to force it on you. I might be needing love at that time because I might be going through something and I don't know what it is. I just need to be held, so I'll hold you. I'll initiate. At my job, I try to treat everyone differently than I have been treated by my supervisors. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I just want to be different.
Right.
And then with my previous jobs, I've had managers that did not care about me. I was just a body to facilitate. I'll give two examples, and because this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I remember when I worked at Simply Mac, I told them I couldn't work on Sundays because back then I was going to church, and that was like the one thing I did not want to work Sundays. And my first manager was great. He understood that. Then when the next one took over, he said he understood, and then he put me on for a Sunday, and then he said, well, it's just one Sunday out of the month, and then it became every Sunday.
Right.
And I was just like, I don't ask for much, but the one thing I ask you for, and you didn't respect it. So then my mindset when it came to people in charge was soured. And then it just continues. I mean, even now, I don't have a good outlook when it comes to people who are in charge over me. It's got nothing to do with them. I just can't trust anybody who has power over me. It's hard for me to do that because at any point they can exercise that power, and then I'm no longer an individual. And then the second one was I'm going to WrestleMania. Never been to WrestleMania in my life. And you're like, well, we have a meeting, so maybe you can call into the meeting and just listen while it's 100,000 people in this stadium and you want me to call. And then I'm like, well, I'll try, which was a lie. I knew I wasn't going to call in. And then you call me to see if I can get it on the meeting. And I was like, yeah, I got no service, which was a lie.
You called me on my off day at that.
Exactly.
And I told you I was going to be it.
Exactly. Matter of fact, during the week, I told them when I was ready to go, because I was going to go meet with Edwin and Alyssa to go to WrestleCon, and they tried to get me to stay for a little bit. I was like, no, I got to go.
I'm out.
Edwin, there was a wrestler who just passed away today, and Paul Orndorff is his name. We took a picture with him, but what sparked this memory was I got my work shirt on. Like I went straight from work to downtown to meet them, and I had on my blue Simply Mac shirt on because I didn't get a chance to go home and change clothes or nothing. I had to bring all my, and I'm like, a lot of people don't understand when you need something. Will be like, well, the needs of the company comes first. I guess some things you have to be willing to kind of let go of.
Right.
Anyway. Okay. I didn't mean to take that in that direction. I felt like that was just something I needed to get off my chest, though.
Right.
Because I hold on to a lot of stuff because I don't want to argue. I don't feel like I have to explain myself because people will only understand your explanation beyond their understanding. So me trying to explain myself is like talking to a wall. So I don't. I keep to myself because people honestly don't want to hear it. Like they don't really care.
Yeah.
They only care to a point where they can get what they need out of you. And if they feel like they can't, then they'll cut you loose, and it doesn't it doesn't matter. So why do I explain myself? And our podcast is the only opportunity I get to actually be expressive and be who I actually am. And if you listen to it, then you well, I don't know if you understand, because sometimes I say stuff and I don't understand what I'm saying. But yeah.
And real quick before we move on too, because this is pertaining to what you was just saying, even though it ain't got nothing to do with the cards.
Yeah.
But you remember we had this conversation when I was like, I got to do better with saying no and not having an explanation behind it.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to my other friend's podcast too. And she had somebody on there was saying like, she was a therapist. She was like, be okay with saying no and not, having an explanation behind it. Like, no is just a statement in itself. Because, sometimes I do that when people be like, hey, you can't squeeze me in at this time, blah, blah, blah. Or, you really are booked up? Like, and I'd be like, yes, for the time I had allotted. Those people took those appointments. And I'm not trying to, even though I do, not trying to overdo it and add somebody else because that impedes on something else that I have planned. But doing an explanation behind that, thinking people will still understand, but they really don't care. Yeah. All they just want to hear is, yes, I can get you in at this time.
Yeah.
Not caring about, I got to pick my son up. I got choir practice this day. I want to spend time with my family. I want rest. I just want rest. Because when you have a rest day, they assume, she got time. She can just add me in this day. No. I really do need to rest. Yeah. Because if I'm falling out somewhere, I ain't going to be able to do nobody here.
Yep.
So I just had a quick rant.
That's always been my main concern, because it's like, you fit people, like if they want you to fit them in, cool. But then if you're in the hospital or whatever, what are they going to say?
Be calling me from the hospital. Hey girl, when you get out again?
They'll be like, first of all, they'll be like, why didn't you say anything? Like, girl, you could have told me no. Be like, I tried. You wouldn't let me. So
right.
Stop. Don't stand here and lie to me. Because if there's one thing that I cannot stand, is when people lie. And it's like, who are you lying for? Are you lying for me or are you lying for you? Like, let's not sit here and play this game, because I already know it.
Exactly.
I allow what I allow because I want it.
Yes. Okay.
I hope that makes sense, because it sure did.
I allow what I allow because I said.
Because I want it.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I guess.
All right. What's the worst piece of advice I've ever given you? Have I given you bad advice?
I don't think so. Because usually when we give each other advice, it's like, look, this is my opinion and you can use it if you want to. But I don't know if you've ever given me like bad advice.
I'm trying to think.
Well, I guess the only thing is like when I wanted to quit, you was like, you can't quit. And I was like, damn it, Kayla, I want to quit my job today.
That's probably bad advice in your eyes. It's like, I want to do what I want to do.
But
you want me to be responsible.
But after I calmed down, I was like, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't, because we got kids and he eats like a linebacker, so I got to be able to feed him. Ooh. But no, I can't honestly think of a time where you've given me bad. Like, I'm trying to think too. I'd have the deep dive. No, because you hear my side, and then you'll give your opinion. And then I usually go with what you say, because you're usually right. So I guess maybe, is there bad advice I've given you?
I'm trying to think.
So the way you was laughing and looking at me, you was like, yeah, you giving me bad advice, Negro.
I feel like, as a woman, I feel like
every advice I give is bad advice.
No, when I be like, babe, what does it look like? How it look? Do it really look cute? You think it look nice? I don't know. And I feel like you be like, yeah, it looks good. And you don't be knowing. And I put it on. And I be like, nah, this ain't cute. And I go take it down. Maybe that be it.
No.
You ain't never given me bad, like, serious advice.
Yeah.
Like most life stuff that I come to you with, it be like sound stuff, like legit, like, life-turning things that could affect things. Like either we come to the same decision on it or you'll get my advice. You'll be like, now I know you're going to do whatever you want to do, but this is what I think. Even though a lot of times I do what I want to do.
You're going to do whatever you want to do.
But most of the time I do make that decision with you in mind, with what you say in the back of my head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think because our methods of communication are open and we both know we're not trying to steer each other in the wrong direction, I don't go into it trying to give you advice from my perspective.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if something happens to me, you have to have your own voice to be able to lead you in the direction you want to go in. So me trying to influence you, or you or be like, you say you want my advice, but I give you my advice and you don't, like, instead of making you feel bad for the choices that you make, I just give you the freedom to make those decisions, and I just give my input.
Right.
So
and
it's
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And the good thing about that too, like when I'm talking to my clients and stuff, when we talking about relationship stuff, they always be saying like, "Oh, your husband's just so supportive," stuff like that. Because I guess when they hear other things, or it'd be like, people who not married, when they hear stuff about marriage, they just assume like their husband is gonna be overbearing or trying to make decisions for them, or like just trying to tell them what to do and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, we always talk about the stuff that's been our relationship even before we were married. Like we just talk about whatever happens, and like we just say whatever comes to mind, because it makes it easier, instead of just like, oh, I'm telling you what to do and it's got to be like this. I'm like, you never been like that, and even if you was like that, I wouldn't go ahead. I'd be like, wait a minute.
You're strong-willed. Even if I tried it, you wouldn't gonna let that. You would have walked away from me. We would have never been a thing if I was that type of person.
Right.
You'd have been like, oh, hell no.
Right.
First of all, I am Yvonne and Donald's daughter.
And
I don't know who you think
like that.
You talking to like this, okay? I got one mama and one daddy. I don't know what you think. We not blood. You're not going to tell me what to do.
You sound just like me.
Yep. With the hand and everything.
With the hand too?
You ain't not about to do. And be like, oh, okay.
So people always see how supportive you are, because you know how you say something and people be like, girl, what your husband think about that? And I be like, girl, we talk about it like he cool with it. He told me I should do this. Girl, he's so supportive. I'm like, yeah, he is, girl, ain't he?
Yeah, he is, ain't he?
My baby.
Yeah. That's a real man right there, I'll tell you. But no, I mean, like I said, there's no purpose. Like, honestly, the one big relationship I had before us, all the wrong decisions I could make, I made. And I was trying to be controlling, but I didn't know how to not do it, because I had seen things in my parents' relationship and I thought it worked. So I tried to use it in mine. And I was like,
and at that time, you didn't know that it wasn't working, because you didn't know what they were going through.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, not only did it not work, but it blew up in my face extremely. So I know what not to do in a relationship that I want to work. So, yeah, I would never. Because if I give you bad advice, it's a reflection on me.
And we a unit. So that means we both going to fall if you giving me bad advice.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I'm going to let you pick my next card.
I'm going to go
far left?
Yeah.
All right.
Why you got to laugh every time?
Because they're like easy ones. I don't want to say easy, but like I be feeling like I know the answer to these.
Oh.
How do we compliment each other, and how has that changed over time?
How do we compliment each other, verbally or
just compliment, either verbally or how we step out when we in public or whatever? Compliment.
I can answer it in like 2-part things.
Okay.
So I feel like we both elevate each other. That's how we compliment each other. Like, especially like in the things we want to do. Like when I told you when we were in college that I want to change my course of what I'm doing, and I want to, be a hairstylist. You supported that. You was like, okay, what do we need to look into so that you can do this? And then I was like, I do want to do this, but I also want to graduate and get my degree, because that's always been a goal of mine, to be a college graduate. And so you helped me finish that. And then you helped me do my research on what I want to do and how to do it.
Yep.
So I feel like we compliment each other by uplifting each other. And so, once I did that and got that done, and then you was telling me about the acting, I was like, oh, what we need to do for that. And then, we looked into different avenues and all that stuff and basically uplifted each other with both careers. So I feel like that's one way that we complement each other. Then the way we interact with each other as far as like our dynamic, I just feel like it's just like it's not forced. It's easygoing because we both like genuine people. So I guess it helped the fact that we friends first too. So I feel like with us establishing that as like friends first and friends being in a relationship, I feel like that's how we complement each other even more because it's just like I'm talking to my friend. It's not like weird or anything like that. It's just like we just free flowing.
Right.
So even on the podcast, we compliment each other on that. And then we always hear that feedback from people too, like, do y'all be rehearsing, that certain stuff and all that? I was like, sometimes we do a guideline of what we're gonna talk about and then we just go from that guideline, but everything else we just free balling it. Yep. Ain't that a word? Free balling?
Yeah.
Okay.
It means something else.
So that don't pertain to this?
Free balling is
oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same type of thing.
We free willing. We
free willing.
Free willing. Carry it. Help that well girl over the wall, yeah.
Stop. Anyway.
Come on, Willie, you can do it. Yeah.
Shut up. Let me get my point across.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
Anyway, just like that.
He had his hand up.
You got me with this auntie laugh.
Wait.
I'm wheezing.
Wait, before you, because I'm sorry. When you watch Free Willy as an adult and you see just how digitally they had that whale jumping over that kid, I mean, when you think about it, that whale would have crushed that kid on that wall and it would have been.
Technically, it wouldn't have been a great time.
Yeah. We went to go see one of my cousins and both of them was big boo-hooing. Like, oh my God. He wanted to help Willie. And Willie got out to the ocean. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, even now, just how we compliment each other with this joke you just did. But so that's my 2-part answer on how we compliment each other. We elevate each other and we just free flow in our relationship, basically.
Yeah.
So.
And it's nice to have someone, like, I always say we're the same person, even though we have, different minds and bodies. Like, we literally think the same. We literally do the same things at the same time. We give each other. And then
when it happened, I'd be like, babe,
yep.
Oh my God.
We'll give each other the same advice and be like, why can't we take our own? Like, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Itty.
Yep.
Itty. Okay.
All right.
You gonna pick yours from mine?
Go to the right.
Right here?
Yep.
Well, that's the only way I can go, huh?
Left and right. Shut your ass up.
Hold on. Okay. What's your favorite meal we've had together?
First of all, Kayla be throwing down in the kitchen.
Man.
Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure she told me she pre-prepped whatever we about to eat for dinner tonight, and I am excited. So I can't say there's a favorite because okay. Let me put it to you like this.
I feel like I know one of the favorites, but go ahead.
So we've been introducing. We say this all the time. We introduce like some vegan meals to our.
You about to go with you.
I don't think you know, but
okay.
let's see if you get it right. We added some vegan recipes to our house menu.
Yeah,
and one of them is, what is it? Not Your Grandma's Meatloaf or something like that. Whatever it's called, from this book, this PDF cookbook. And when Kayla made it,
is her name.
Yeah, when Kayla made it, you couldn't tell that it wasn't meat. It was delicious. And there's this salmon croquet recipe that's in there with jackfruit and is it chickpeas or garbanzo beans?
They're the same thing.
Okay, so garbanzo beans that when I ate into it, she added Old Bay spice to it. So
actually, it was Louisiana seasoning because I didn't have Old Bay.
That's right. You didn't have it was the other way around.
Yeah.
And when I bit into it, I turned and looked at Kayla with this holy shit face.
I remember that look.
And I was like, Kayla, the way you make this food right now, we could do this vegan thing. And Kayla looked at me like I had 3 faces because she was like,
I was like, because I love vegan food, but I
Gotta
also
have
love my chicken breast, and I love my crab legs and my crawfish.
Breast and wings. But I said that to say I was supposed to make the meatloaf recipe yesterday, and I looked at that recipe and I was like, nope, I'm not, nope. Because if I make it, it's gonna come out tasting like all types of
So you
dirt.
think it was gonna taste like how I did it? Because all the little small ingredients that
Yep.
go into it.
It no,
It's
see,
like liquid smoke and all kinds of stuff.
No, mine is gonna taste like it came directly from the ground. Like I dug it up, and I didn't wash
Then
it.
you would have had to get the breadcrumbs ratio correctly. And you probably would have been like, I put too much.
Yep. It would have just been breadcrumb loaf.
Oh my God.
It would have been so bad. So I was like, yeah, so I couldn't make that meatloaf recipe, so I'm ordering pizza.
But you know where I thought you were gonna go?
Where?
I thought you were gonna say when we go out to eat for crab legs.
So,
You know how we be loving crab legs a lot.
Yeah, the last time we went, I went and fwapped down that money, and we had the big bag.
Them flap.
Them flap. We killed them flat boy. Tell you what.
I was about to say flab legs.
Hey, the king crab,
Yeah.
cream crabs. Look at both of us. I'm telling y'all, we're the same person. We got the king crab legs, so they was kind of flabby. I'm telling you, they had some thickness to it.
That was good though.
That's the ones you gotta actually fight to get because it's got the little spikes on the side. But man,
my fingertip was hurting, but that was good though.
We demolished. Then we do this thing where if we get like the whole crab meat out the leg or whatever, and it'd be like a whole little, we'd be like, look,
Without it breaking, look.
we say dangling like an idiot.
Then dunk it in that butter. Look what I did.
then we slurp it.
Not the sound effect. I can't.
Crab legs. We are due for.
Journey.
We are due.
Yeah.
I
do for some crab legs.
My next, well, no, because we're saving up to get the car, but I do have a paycheck that don't have a lot of bills coming out of it. We could go on
a crab leg journey.
Crab.
Okay.
That came out bad. That came out bad.
We ain't got no crabs over here. We can eat crab legs.
Since you went right, I've been going left this whole time.
You gonna keep?
So I'm gonna keep going left.
All right.
What's the wisest thing you've learned from me?
The wisest thing to learn from you is.
I'm sorry.
What?
Every time I ask a question,
I gotta reiterate the question.
The wisest thing I've learned from you is, what was the one before that? That one's yours. How do we compliment each other, and how has that changed over time? Let me think, because I could go about it multiple ways.
Okay, you're not gonna talk about my thinking skills, okay?
I'm not.
Because when I'm doing tests, you know I had test anxiety.
Yeah.
So I gotta talk the question back out to myself so that I can answer it correctly and understand it. That's my thought process.
I just had a vision, and I'm really not trying to make fun of you. I'm really not. But I could see you sitting there getting ready to take your test. Or no, you're taking your test, and you're sitting there, and you got to be quiet, and you're asking the question to yourself in your head, but you're doing the body movements with it. So you're like,
so I was like,
what is the hypotenuse of this side of the triangle? I'm sorry. Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. Whew.
So here's the card again.
I saw it.
I just want to make
know
sure.
My answer.
Okay.
I'm keeping it PG-13 with language or whatever.
Okay.
But basically, your advice, well, it ain't advice. What did it say?
What's the wisest thing?
The wisest thing is if what other people say. Because you know me, I'm like always caught up on what other people think or what other people might say when I make a decision about stuff. And he's like, no, it's you making a decision for what you want to do. So it's what people think. That's the wisest thing you could ever say.
Can I make it rated R for you?
Okay, you gonna say it.
I'd be like, fuck them.
Yep. And you say and then you say that's why after it.
Yep.
You'd be like, that's why.
They'd be like, well, why you fuck them? That's why.
Yep. And
it's
then you
what
like,
I
do
think.
what you want to do.
Exactly.
And don't think about everybody else.
At the end of the day, and I say this when it comes to me, to anybody in your family, to anybody in my family or whatever, you have to be happy with the decisions that you make with your life. Because if you look back with any regrets, you can try to blame them. They're not going to take responsibility for that. You let them influence you like that. So you have to look at it in that. I had to burp. You have to look at it in that way because we are the masters of our fate. We are the captains of our soul. Invictus. So you have to take control of what you want to do. Because if you sit back and you have all these dreams and aspirations and you don't get after them, there's no one to blame but yourself.
Right.
So like, you know, when I said I wanted to go to acting school, I got some snickers and some laughs. But if I didn't try, then I could never say that I at least attempted to. And even now, when I want to get back into getting back into it, the only way I'm going to do it is if I find the avenues to do it while still handling my business at home. So fuck what everybody thinks, man. It does not matter. It really don't. Sorry, y'all, but that's how it's got to be.
With my decisions.
Yeah.
So, yes.
There's a song. I'm not going to sing the song because I already dropped 3 F-bombs in this thing. But Martin Lawrence has this. He has his "You So Crazy" stand up, and he was talking about the F-em dress when the girlfriend was talking about the boyfriend, and he was doing the dance. So every time I think of it, that's what I think of. I'd sing it, but I
think I remember that dance he did. Is that the stand up where he had that little tan outfit on?
No, it was the one where he had the black leather suit on.
Oh yeah, okay, got you.
Yeah,
when he's like kind of paying homage to Eddie, but he did the black instead of
the loose damn suit.
Speaking of this is off topic, but did you know?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I was about to say?
I do.
Eddie Murphy's son and then Martin Lawrence's daughter dating each other. I'm like, man, I bet you them reunions gonna be lit. And Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Man,
oh my god,
the kids, if they don't come out funny, who we blaming?
That's pressure right there.
That is pressure. Like, let me not put that.
Your
on
grandparents, Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence,
and you a damn accountant. Whose genes did you get?
Oh my god! But that's lit. Like, however, they got together. Like,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I mean, in those comedy circles, their families sometimes hang out together. So I'm pretty sure that's how they linked
up. They was
up.
hanging out already.
Hanging them out to dry. Oh. We nasty. Anyway, go ahead and read your last card.
Last one. Fill in the blank. I can't believe blank happened to us.
AD.
Having a kid in general. You always say that.
I say it.
He was like, I never thought I would have a kid.
Never thought. But
not never thought I would have it, but you never thought you.
No, like in this way, like the way I'm thinking of it is not that we conceived him, but it's just the fact that like when he's not bouncing around, like when he's tired, he bounces around. But when he's chill, he'll stop and he'll be like, I love you, Daddy. I love you, Mommy.
So sweet.
And it touches my old cold heart.
And let me tell you something. That's one person that caress your face.
He does.
He know how to caress my face and yours. He'll be like, come here, Daddy.
Yep.
I'll be like, oh, with the softest little small hands.
Yep.
So I need to learn how to caress your face from AD.
But he's just like, being a parent is something that I always wanted. But knowing that we're actually instilling good stuff into him, it just goes to show what type of people that we are.
Right.
And I mean, we went into it with all the best intentions, and we continue to put our best selves into him without making him feel pressure to be what we want him to be. Like he said something to me a couple of days ago. He's like, Daddy, I want to be like you when I grow up. And I said, nah, buddy, I want you to be you when you grow up. I don't want him to feel any pressure from me to try to be me. Cause first of all, being me is a damn full-time job. And sometimes I can't stand being me. Cause my emotions be all out of whack, and I'd be like, can I be somebody? That's what I like about acting, because with acting, you could be anybody else. But when I gotta be by myself and it's just me, I'd be like, ugh.
Be like,
come on now, get your shit together, please. But I really do. I want what's best for him, but I want him to make whatever decisions that he wants to make. So like we talk about college, right? We don't know what college is going to be in the next 14, 15 years.
Right.
So if he chooses not to go to college, but he decides to do something that will enrich him in what he wants to do, I want to be able to support that.
Yeah.
Because our route to the quote unquote American dream, which never really existed, but whatever, it's disintegrating. So I don't want him to feel like he's got to do that.
Right.
I'm starting to get stuffy in the little nostrils.
Oh no.
That gate is opening back up. That old Beelzebub is on his way back.
Okay.
But no, seriously. And just knowing that, like, I think it was yesterday, you came home and you asked me to come downstairs. I had already taken my sleep aid, so I was like partially asleep. But I'm taking him out of the car seat, and I was like, we made this person. He exists because we brought him into this world.
Right.
And every day that I see him, I still can't believe that me and you created a being.
Right.
And he's a great being. I pray, because, you know, we never know when our last day is on earth. But I pray I get to watch him grow up and carry on the legacy of the Davis name and take it places where I could never fathom it going.
Yes. That visual.
Yes. I hope. That is my hope. All right, last card.
Okay.
This will be interesting.
Okay.
Do your best impression of who I was when we started our relationship.
Wow. Really? Okay, let me see. Why are you making this face?
Because I guess I need to see it for myself. She can see it, which is, I don't know if it's good or bad.
I'm trying to I'm going back into time in my mind. Time. We're going back to Wiley College, y'all.
Yep.
All right. Let's see.
Laughing it up.
I'm trying to okay.
You got it.
Okay. Stop talking.
Okay. Let me look this way.
Yeah, look away. Okay. Hey, so you good? You I see you gotta get your books from the bookstore. You want me to drive you over there? Oh, that's your cousin? She can come too. Yeah, hold on. Let me move this out the way. You can get on the car. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna drive y'all over there. Y'all all right? Okay. You need me to grab your books? They heavy? No, I got. Hold on. We can put this in there. Hold on. I'm just thinking about. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I want you to meet my mom. She gonna make some gumbo. You can meet my roommate too. This is Howard. That's my mom. I'm just thinking about everything. I got you this for Valentine's.
I sound like a dweeb.
Hey, you got your swag after me, okay?
Oh my God. I was such a broken little boy. It's so bad.
Okay, I'm done. Yeah. You do not sound like a dweeb. You just sound like a sweet gentleman. You made sure I wasn't going to carry those heavy books, and you opened that door for me, and you got my books into that white van.
With that one seat in the back. Didn't even have the the love seat in the middle, just had the one seat.
And you made sure me and Kiki did not have to walk, okay?
Yeah. You make me laugh.
I'm sorry. That gumbo was good though.
One thing, yeah. Louisiana moms know how to make that gumbo, boy.
Did I make you sound like a dweeb for real?
Yeah. Hey, you.
Hey,
You good?
You good?
But y'all need something? I can take you to get your books. Your books heavy? Let me help you with them books. At least they came in a bag.
Yeah. A
'Cause,
heavy bag.
I think, did I get a bag with my books? Because when you got your books, they weren't in the bookstore under the student union. I had to take you somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the book rental place? No.
I don't know. It was like on the other side.
Because that was back. That was the one thing I liked about Wiley back in the day. Books was a part of your tuition, so you didn't really have to pay for books.
Right.
I was like, yeah, let's give me all the books. I ain't read none of them, but give them to me, damn it. And I'm going to sell them at the end of the semester for about $50 and go get me a Hot Pocket.
Man.
Anyway, no, yeah, because we used to sell our books and then go to that hamburger place.
Go to Juicy's.
Juicy.
After we sold them books, man.
That was the end of the semester ritual we used to do. That was the old one.
Yeah. You could have put that for one of your answers too.
Well,
that one was
oh yeah.
Because it's that meal that we shared, not the meal that I cooked.
You right.
So but anyway, you're not a dweeb, but I was just thinking about to the beginning time. But I mean, you're not a dweeb, but you be corny sometimes.
What's the term for the socially awkward person? Because I feel like dweeb fits that.
They call them cornballs.
Oh, well then.
You're not a Russell Wilson.
Oh.
Anyway, first of all, that was a joke, but
I know.
I don't care if you was, because that's a good guy. I don't see why they be going off on him like that. Like, okay, you done took care of this other man's son. You done had kids with who you made your wife. Like, and then he ain't no bad guy. I don't know why they keep on calling him cornball. I don't know.
I can break it down for you.
What?
So when you don't have a positive male role model in your life that you see every day, whenever you see someone doing positive for their woman or their families,
they be hating.
You be hating. And it's
you a square, a
lot of these.
Take care of your family.
A lot of these dudes be raised by some bitter women. They already hate the fact that.
Oh, I hear AD. You keep on talking now, girl.
Okay. They already feel like when they have the man the man got them pregnant and they don't want anything to do with them. Oh, poor buddy. He was getting that good sleep. It's okay, buddy. We're almost done. You want to come to me? You stay with mommy? Okay. So anyway, pretty much, the women don't want anything to do with the man or the boy, but they still got to raise him because he ain't gonna go nowhere else.
Right.
Or they just pawn him off on they mamas, so grandma raise him. But you know, it's not hard to see why they're so threatened by Russell Wilson. He ain't do nothing but just try to be a good man to his family. They don't know what that means. So
they don't.
When you feel threatened by something you don't understand, the first thing you do is call it lame.
Mm-hmm.
And then you call it gay because you don't know no better. But it ain't. He's still getting his coughs out. I enjoyed this episode. Definitely needed it.
Was a great one.
It's a good thing. Oh, man. Let's go ahead and go to the end, shall we?
To the end.
All right. Let's make this ending go by pretty quickly. Yeah. So, weekly motivation.
Weekly motivation. Take care of your family and your kids and your body. That's all I'm going to say.
That's always solid.
Yeah.
I like how he's tapping my back like I'm not trying to keep him together.
Right.
So, my weekly motivation is never make big decisions emotionally because they usually end up being the wrong decisions. Mm-hmm. Take some time to think rationally. Because I almost made a decision last week based off emotion. One thing I will say though is that I won't forget how it made me feel. I just won't allow how it made me feel change the path that I'm on. Mm-hmm. Don't be like me. Take time, even if it like with your emotions. Sometimes it doesn't take a few hours. Sometimes it takes a few days for you to not get over, but process how you feel, and then you can make a sound decision, and that's okay. Don't try to rush yourself when it comes to stuff like that.
Right.
You okay?
Okay. Still sleepy? Oh.
Okay. You just don't want to be by yourself? Okay. We love you guys. We appreciate every single one of you he just fart on my leg. I don't appreciate it. He just ripped one right into my hand and on my leg.
Smirked a little bit.
He thinks it's so funny. He just farted on Daddy's hand. The disrespect. I just hyped him up this whole episode, and he gonna fart in my hand. Mm-mm. Do you see? You know who he gets it from? He gets it from me. I'm not even gonna lie. That's something I would have done. Be like, you having a somber moment on your podcast? Fart.
There you go.
Anyway, social media, sweetheart. Oh, he just did it
again. Then he laughed.
Yeah.
Instagram, Mickey Styles IG. Facebook, Mickey Styles Salon. TikTok, Mickey Styles.
I don't think that's right.
No, Mickey. I'll tell y'all next week. You got my TikTok.
Your phone right there.
I think it's Mickey Styles 27.
Your phone while I do mine. TikTok, R.P. I don't do Instagram really. I don't really do Facebook. I haven't made any content on TikTok in a while. I do plan on getting back to it in a bit. I just kind of need to get over this this change at work, and once I get my feet set, then I can actually get back to making content. Mm-hmm.
Mickey Styles 27 is my TikTok.
There you go. Yeah. Technology readily available at our hands. You can find us, of course, on wherever you find your podcast. Make sure to tell everybody about it. Give us a good old 5-star review. Mm-hmm. I believe now we're at 85 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. Nice. Spotify doesn't really allow you to do reviews, but tell your friends about us at least. Mm-hmm. And you can find us on YouTube at youtube.com, the YU Podcast. Go ahead and check us out there. And then please consider being a financial member of the YU crew on patreon.com/YU pod. We're doing really good there. I know I said last week I was going to go on Patreon and get y'all information to send out stuff. And then I got sick, so I didn't do that. And then Kayla reminded me about it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then I didn't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm lazy. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm lazy.
It's okay.
I gotta do better. The only way this podcast is gonna grow is if I do more. And it's like I refuse to do more. So I'm gonna work on that. Maybe when I find this therapist, they can help me work on why I procrastinate and why I stop myself from being great. Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap it up so we can get him back to sleep and just rest, because that's what we need. So for Michaela,
goodbye, people,
and Alfonso, we bid you a good day and adieu. Remember to wash your hands, wear a mask, love each other, hug each other. Remember, if you're gonna win,
you're gonna win as a winner,
and if you're gonna lose, you're gonna lose as a loser and not as a quitter.
Yeah.
Next week we bring back Song Association. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be fun. You guys are gonna have a good time with us. We're going to have a good time making each other laugh and being upset with each other when we miss words and songs and all that stuff.
That part.
And again, I just want to say I appreciate every single one of you that listen to the show, that has something positive to say when you hear it, that tell your friends about it or tell your coworkers or whatever, and you get them interested in what we do. Mm-hmm. Every single one of you are part of this family. Some of you we've met. Some of you we introduced to the show on our own time. Others have been introduced by some of our other friends. Mm-hmm. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. We love you. And we will see you next time.